Hello, hello, and welcome to Vintage Uprising Texas. And tonight's sale, it's a very special sale with my friend Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop. And it's the Two Chaps live sale. And there's my buddy Scott.
Hello, David in Texas. How are you doing 1 hour earlier than I am?
1 hour earlier, we had to spring forward, so I'm still catching up. Spring forward Monday came really, really fast. Too fast for me. So, I had to wake up bright and early and head into the Texas Medical Center. So I'm not sleep deprived, but that hour, I could use that hour back.
So do you enjoy the extra darkness in the morning and the extra light at night or not?
No, the extra light at night is better for me.
Yeah. We have to take a poll. I would imagine that most people like the extra light at night. I'm one of the weirdos that does not like it to be sunshine at 9 o'clock at night. And I
Night
guess
should be night.
Well, I guess because the flea market season for me is, we'll get started and it'll run. And so during the flea market season, I'm up like 4 or 5 days a week between 4 and 5 o'clock. And it's, it stays darker for an extra. So I want the light in the morning, but most people like it at night. So hello, is everyone here tonight? Hi, everyone.
Everyone's getting in. I see the usual cast of characters, our friends and YouTube family. And this chat's going to go really quick. So if you want to call anyone out, please do.
Well, I see Sandra Fish. I don't know. Hi, Sandra. It's nice to have you with us. Hi, Val and Karen and Cindy.
Karen's here. Karen Williams, of course, and Jeffrey Reed. Martha with Vintage Conversation.
Hi, Martha.
Martha, Miss Martha. Martha knows. Hashtag Martha knows.
Hello, Phoenix, Arizona. Is it hot down there?
Arizona got snow late. I know they had a really big snowstorm a couple of weeks ago.
Hello.
North, anyway.
I hate to jump over you. I just saw my good friend Lisa, the RN, jump in there, who doesn't live too far away from me. It's good to see you tonight. And
Hi, John Robert.
I hope that your husband is feeling well tonight. I don't want to give away any personal information, but we're hoping he feels well. Hi, Deborah. David is working tonight. Oh, Karen is working tonight. Where are you working? You're watching us at work? Now, don't you get in trouble now. Are you not?
Yeah. Don't get in trouble.
Vancouver, Washington. Is it raining? Can we ask you to please hit that thumbs up? Oh, well, thank you so much.
That would be great. Thank you.
I'm going to hit the thumbs up right now. I just did it. There we go. Oh, you're having a blizzard in Connecticut. It's just rain here. Well, where in Connecticut? Because yes, that's right. We're having it in the Pocono Mountains in Pennsylvania. The snow.
Snow. We got cold here, Scott. We woke up to 58 this morning, and it quickly warmed to 74.
Very good. I don't know what it was here. You're waiting for this.
It's rodeo time in Houston, so all the denim and Stetsons and boots are out for 2 weeks. Really 3 weeks, but it's 2 weeks with all the concerts.
Really?
Yeah, that's an international rodeo, so it's crazy. In the medical center where NRG Stadium, where the sports stadium is, it's like absolutely bananas. Horse trailers holding up traffic, livestock show, evening traffic for the concerts, and then there's a large carnival and all the fried fried marshmallows, fried Oreos, fried bananas, you name it. It's crazy.
Say it isn't so. Fried bananas.
Fried bananas.
Okay, if you say so. David, should we go ahead and give them the rules of the auction?
Let's give them the rules.
Okay.
So, make sure you refresh. Make sure you're in live chat. Most importantly, not the popular chat. Live chat, and the chat's going to go really fast. So if there's an item you like, bid. I hate saying this, but bid like you mean it, because there's a lot of people who may want the same item. So you want to make it worth your while and not waste your time. And also, don't wait till the last second, because if you wait, as we've explained before, everyone has different internet speeds, different lag times, and you may miss out on an item that you really, really wanted. So bid early and try to keep up. And if Scott is going to handle it the way we have in the past, the countdown for these offer up items is going to go pretty quick. We're not going to linger on, because after we sell these items, we would like to hang out with you and chat a little bit, maybe a little show and tell.
That sounds like fun.
Did I catch everything?
I think so. Now, I will say this, that I am shipping from the Philadelphia, Southern New Jersey area, and so whatever you win tonight, shipping is not included. I will use pirate ship, and I'll ship as economically as possible. And so one thing to remind you, if you win something from me, you've got to send me an email. Now, you don't have to do it tonight, because I don't do invoices after the show is over. I'll work on those tomorrow. But if you would kindly, you can send me the information tonight if you'd like, or you could wait until tomorrow. But I'm going to go ahead and hit enter. And so that means, Tammy, my email will pop up on the screen if you want to pin it. And it is Old Curiosity Shop. I hope I typed it in there right. 99.com. So if you win something, write to me at Old Curiosity Shop. David, the professional, has it there under his torso. I didn't know how to do that. I need your name, your real name, and the name that you use in this chat so I can tell who you are, your mailing address, and the email address that you use with your PayPal account. That way I can send you an invoice via PayPal. And we certainly appreciate you paying those invoices within a day or two. I don't like it to linger any longer than that. If you'd be kind enough to be able to pay within a day or two. For me, I don't know about the rest of you guys, but that way I can get it packed up and shipped out to you. And I want to thank you, everyone, in advance. I think I said everything there. David, did we get it in?
Yes, and just to note that Jeffrey Reed was kind enough to put some information in to state if someone purchases from you, what you need, the information you need. He's also done the same for me. And we do have two moderators that will be helping us tonight. Karen is going to be calling the sold, and Tammy, my wife, will be calling the winner. So they will be helping us out with the items that hopefully sell tonight. You did mention what you were drinking out. Of course, I have my own standby. You are, and I'm still well, I'm in my Hocking painted rings glass here. So we're both drinking out of Hocking. We are. Very good. So you are my guest, Scott. I will gladly let you go first.
Well, then I shall. And the item up for bid first is this wonderful McCoy. This is an early McCoy. Probably goes back to the brushed McCoy era, which would be the mid to late 30s. I have a McCoy book, and I haven't really had a chance to go and dig too much in there. But we have, am I there? I see David is.
I'm getting it.
I don't know. David, you don't look like a McCoy fish pitcher to me, but I'll just keep talking. Huh? I'll keep running my lips. This is a vase. I'm sorry, it's a pitcher. I guess I should wait. Hello?
There we go.
And it is it's six,
Ooh, I remember the video when you showed that.
yes, it's 6 inches tall, and it is McCoy. Now this is an offer up, and we're starting at $19. I forgot to say that. So we're starting at $19. You're going to be typing in what your offer is. I will tell you that the only damage on it is a tiny, and I mean tiny, about the size of the head of a pin. Hard to see, but it's right there at the spout. Do you see that? Just the tiniest little pin prick there. But there are no cracks in it, and there's no other damage other than that pin prick. So we have 2 fish here. It is not marked on the bottom, but remember, these early brushed McCoy pieces were not marked on the bottom, so we don't expect to see a mark. Remember, not everything has a mark. But it is a true piece of McCoy, early to mid 1930s, and we're starting out at $19 on it. As I said, it is 6 inches tall. There is, I don't see any crazing on it. You will see an occasional tiny, there's a little glaze skip right there on the handle, which is pretty typical. This was not high-end pottery. McCoy pottery was Woolworth's, Grant's, Murphy's. It was inexpensive pottery, but nice pottery for folks during the Depression era. It's a pretty color, and I like the 2 fish. We're starting out at $19, and I am counting it down. And so here comes the warning. Remember, don't wait to get those bids in there. You might miss out.
I have Bal M at 19.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sold.
And we'll wait for the stop from Karen. Full disclosure, I still get very jittery for these sales.
You do not.
I do.
You're as calm as a cucumber.
There's Karen's stop. And we're waiting for Tammy to let us know.
I wonder how long I can stay.
Okay, Tammy has a pottery sold to Timeless Tommy.
Oh, really?
Timeless Tommy at $21.
Timeless Tommy at $21. You just got a bargain, Mr. Timeless. You were right on time. $21 to Timeless. Thank you, Timeless. Tommy, and now it's David's turn.
And Jeffrey Reed is just reminding everyone, if you do purchase an item, how to contact and send your information to Scott.
Thank you, Jeffrey. And thank you, Timeless Tommy.
Okay, the first item I have is a Swank travel clock.
Ooh.
And this is going to be starting at $10. I'm going to let Karen type that in, if she would, Karen Williams. This will start at $10. And I love these old travel clocks. And this one's unique. It's not the flip case. It collapses. So I'll just shut that in there. It fits right in your suitcase.
Cool.
This nice tan leather has been worn with time. It gives it its character. The clock flips out. It keeps the time. I wound it. There is an issue in the sense that right here, it's missing the little key to change the alarm. So it will dutifully alarm at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m.
Woo!
But it does have these nice little feet that fold out to set on your desktop. And let me find this little bowl, and you can see where that sets nicely, handsomely. But it keeps great time. It's a little fast because I didn't look at my iPhone when I set the time for it. but it winds well. The alarm works well. Maybe it'll go off at 9 o'clock in a few minutes, and you'll hear it go off. Very nice. So I do see Karen at 10. Yeah, I mean, you can find these all day long and enter a key in there. And I'll start counting it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ding, ding. And waiting for the sold. Okay, Tammy, you call it. Karen K gets it for $15. Thank you, Karen. And I will make a note while Scott shows his next item.
Well, quack, quack, we have a duck. And this duck is lovely, and we're starting out at $12. This is an offer up. We start at $12 on the Pottery duck. Now, it's unmarked, so the maker is unknown. Unknown. Now, when you look at the bottom of it, there was a sticker on there at some point. But just take a look at him. I love this thing. Now, there are no chips. There are no cracks. It is a planter. And there are no repairs. And I usually jiggle things around too quickly, so I'm going to do my best to hold him still. I really love the way the design is here on the base. I think he's handsomely done. And to give you an idea, he's pottery. And he stands up to his top of his head about 6.5 inches. And oh, he is about 8 inches in length. A Pottery duck planter. And we'll just spin him around. I like the
Elderly Poodle at 14.
Okay. Well, I think I need to stand up and let you see exactly what he looks like. If I had to guess, I would say we're back in the era of the 1950s. We could be anywhere from the late 40s to the 60s. This is giving me an earlier feel down here, the way they have designed the grass at the bottom, but I don't know who made it. The paint is in good condition on him, and he could be flying in your direction soon. Let's count him down. That's the warning for the countdown, meaning if you're interested in bidding, you should probably put your bid in right now, because here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Quack, quack. All right.
And while we're waiting for the stop, I do know that was Karen Williams, not Karen K for the clock. Thank you. I marked it down correctly.
Okay. I'll let you tell me who the winner is.
I see Karen stop.
And it says, what does it say?
Elderly Poodle for 16, I believe.
Elderly Poodle for 16?
That's the last bid I see. Yep.
Are you calling him, David?
Well, Tammy typed it in. Duck sold to elderly poodle, and I was just looking at the last bid.
Okay, very good. Elderly poodle at 16. Thank you.
This chat goes really fast. My next item is an oak bowl, and it's very unique. Oh, this is going to start at $15. Starting at $15. The lid is hand turned. The lid is 2 pieces. So this piece of oak was hand turned, and then of course the finial handle was set inside the center. Very handsome box, round box. And what's unique about the bowl portion is that
He's saying timeout. Elderly poodle outbidded herself from 14 to 16.
okay.
That's what they're all saying.
Okay, so
Okay. If it would be very helpful if we just allow our moderators to call the winner. So thank you.
She won it, and she just outbid her.
okay.
Okay, got it.
So she won it. She just outbid herself.
She wins it at 14.
Okay.
Right. But Tammy, isn't it Tammy that has the finals?
Yes.
Because I see people putting different things in the chat, but we need our moderators to call the winner.
Right. We'll let
Okay.
Tammy. I will not type as Vintageuprisingtx. That's going to be Tammy typing.
Okay.
And of course, Kieran Williams is doing the stops and starts.
Okay. So Poodle, I've got you at 14. Very good.
Okay. Back to the wooden box. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. So this is very unique. So the only thing I can think of is like a parquet floor where they piece wood together to make one solid piece. All of this has been handcrafted together. These are separate pieces of wood that have been crafted together to give it that parquet look. And with a solid piece here, and it's not lined, so it's not a humidor. This is probably like a keepsake or just to put items on a dresser top.
They want dimensions, David.
Dimensions. This one is from one end to the other end. It's 5.5 inches. 5.5 inches, and then it sits with the finial. We're looking at 4.5 inches tall with the finial. 4.5 inches tall and 5.5 across. And that's just a gorgeous pieces of wood right here. Beautiful polish. Nicely done. And I'll count it down. I don't know if there's any interest in it, but I'll count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for this lovely box. And we will wait for the stop and for Tammy's determination on the bid.
I did see one question. They wanted to know, is it all wood?
It's entirely 100% wood. The bottom is hand turned, one piece, and then all of these squares have been pieced and added together. I mean, this is high quality. And then the lid is one solid hand turned piece with the exception of the finial, which was inserted to the bottom. And there you can see the peg where it enters the center of the lid. 100% wood. We can burn it live when it gets delivered. We can prove that it's wood. No, don't do that. There's Karen Stop. And Elderly Poodle, $32. Thank you very much. And away to you, Scott.
Okay, well, next up is an Art Deco glass bake casserole to cook in. And this piece starts at $15. It starts at $15, and you're all going to ask me the size. And it says, I don't know how many quarts. I wouldn't be able to tell you how much you could bake in that, but I will tell you that it is 8 inches in diameter, and it's about 4 inches deep. So it's a decent little size casserole, and it starts at $15. This is an Art Deco style glass bake casserole, and I want you to look at the handle on the top of that. That is about as deco as it gets. Look at the handles on the side. This is nice, heavy, old 1930s glass. And when we turn it upside down, we can see the glass bake sign right there. And of course, glass bake was McKee's answer to Pyrex. So McKee made this, and they called their oven glass bake. It was spelled differently during different times. But I just happen to be a fan of 1930s kitchen glass, and some of you are as well.
While the bids are rolling in, can you educate me slightly? I noticed, doesn't that have like a little tinge to it, like almost a yellow, not quite clear? Does that age the glass?
Does it what, David?
Does it age the glass, like put it in a certain time period?
I have come to find out that for a certain period of time, the oven glass, specifically the Pyrex and the glass bake, when we're in the 30s, it's got a little tiny yellowish tint to it. They didn't actually set out to make the glass yellow, but whatever the composition is, and I don't know, it always seems to have this tint.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I go down the line and I'm in my thrift shops and I'm looking at the clear glass, anytime I see a mixing bowl or anything that has a little bit of a yellow tint, I run over to it, because chances are it's 1930s Pyrex or glass bake.
Right. Okay.
That's all I can say. But I love that. And I love, look at the handle there on the top.
Absolutely.
Love it. Love it. No chips or cracks. I don't know. You would be the hit of the party if you show up with your 3-bean salad in this, and here comes the countdown. Any questions on it before we count it down? You can interrupt me. Can we always hear Tammy? I don't know if we can always hear Tammy or David, but because I can't see questions.
Right.
So if there are questions, just call them out. But I don't normally hear Tammy speaking, so I don't know if she can tell us to answer questions or not.
Well, they're just comments on the glass itself, that some think it's underrated. Many people, Margaret says she has many pieces like this and it's great.
Okay, so we can't audibly hear Tammy then, you're saying? We can't hear.
She could pop in and out, but.
Okay, that's no worries. I just want you to know that I'm not ignoring you. I just can't see the chat. But we'll count it down before I drop it. Drop it like it's hot. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it.
Okay, we'll wait for the stop and Tammy's determination.
Baked beans
on the winner.
Green bean almondine. I love that thing. All right, Tam, let us know.
There's the stop. Thank you, Karen, for helping us out. And Tammy says the dish sold to Rob B for $26. Rob B for $26.
Thank you so much, Rob. I appreciate it. It's all yours, David.
Okay. one more wooden hand-turned item. It's a pair. And these are going to start at $10. Now, this is hand-turned, staying with oak. Now, this has the markings of burl wood.
Yeah.
Now, I like the fact that some of the old wax is still on here. That can come off easily. But these were used, of course, and loved. And, of course, you know, people move on, or people end up selling things that belong to either their parents or grandparents, and they don't want any part of it. These have the brass inserts. Let me get to my camera here. One has a green patina from the brass getting patinaed. I don't know why the other one wouldn't do that equally. But very, very handsome pair of candle holders, green felts on the bottom. Are there some slight issues with this? Some scratching. I mean, these were used items, and like I said, a lot of this is the white wax that have dried on here. But it's beautiful wood. These will polish up really nicely. I'll show this one because, of course, with burl wood, the wood is not going to be identical, of course, because it swirls. And I'll show this one. Just a beautiful piece, or a pair of burl wood candle holders. These stand. I'm not showing off this old ruler, but these stand at 3.5 inches tall. 3.5 inches tall. They would go with that bowl very nicely. You can use that bowl as a smaller console bowl with these Century on each side of the bowl. Centuries, Tammy, Century. And I don't know if there's interest, but I'll count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll see what our moderators say. Thank you very much for helping us.
Thank you, Tammy. And
Karen.
Miss Karen Williams, for moderating for us tonight.
That's a pass. No interest on that one. Elderly Poodle, those started at $10. And with that, you can go to your next item, Scott.
Starting at $19 on this adjustable lamp, which really has a wonderful mid-century look to it. And this could be used for many different things. Now, it's not really a traditional piano lamp. You could use it as a piano lamp, but we're starting at $19 on it. And let me describe it and show it to you. It is made of heavy cast metal, and this is the old crackly brown paint on there, as you can see. I should have, but I did not take a steel wool. You take a 4/0 steel wool, and that chrome will shine like the top of the Chrysler building on New Year's Eve. It's got some corrosion on it now, but that will come right off. And normally I clean all of my chrome, but I did not do so on this lamp. I don't know why I didn't, but I didn't do it. But once again, that corrosion will come, that oxidation will come right off. It is very heavy, and it's a tiny little thing. This little lamp is only 8 inches across. See there? And you can stick one of those long, skinny light bulbs in there, as you can see.
They want to know if it's working.
Yes.
It does work.
Of course. Are you kidding me? Would I sell a broken lamp? So you just twist the on-off switch here.
KC Boston just wanted to be sure.
I'm just kidding. I don't have a light bulb in it now, but just because I don't. I had it lit up. I think I had it lit up at some point in another. So the cord is excellent. Don't worry about, and you got a nice long cord there. You got several feet. The neat thing about this is that you have a thumb screw here that you can turn. Now this will sit on top. This is very heavy, this iron. So it'll sit, your lamp will cantilever out. You can adjust it this way. Yeah. You also can turn this little screw and slide your lamp in and out just a little bit. So you have a little bit of adjustment there to shine it on whatever you'd like. I'm going to go ahead and tighten it back up.
Of course, someone asked if it glows.
I am not even going to answer that question because you're trying to annoy me. I'm kidding.
They're falling all over themselves laughing.
I know who they are, and I'm going to smack you with this ruler.
Hey, I have a double ruler. Look at this. With
And
glass
so-
tips.
What you can do with a lamp like this is I have a lovely bookcase back here. I don't know if am I still in the movie? Can you still see me?
You're still in there.
I'm still in the movie. So this can easily sit like even right on top of a bookcase. I don't know that, but you can see it. You probably can't. And then it will shine down. Yeah. So there's an awful lot. You don't have to play the piano to enjoy this nice old, really probably, we did see this in the 40s. That crackle paint. So
I would pick that up in a heartbeat. I don't care
love-
if it was an estate sale, antique store.
What,
you
this
name
lamp?
it. I would grab it.
It's really neat. And I used to have it on a bookcase. And it sat right at the edge, and it was just enough light to shine down and sort of illuminate the books inside of the bookcase. So I don't know where we are. I don't see, but I'm counting it down. If you're interested, go ahead and get that bid in there. And the lamp now is being counted down.
Hello, Thrifty. It does work. There's just not a bulb in it. It's not plugged in. It does work.
Yeah, I don't have I don't even know if I could get to an extension cord from here, but okay, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On that lamp. Now, where am I going to put it so that I don't trip over it? Oh, that wouldn't be a nice thing to do.
There's Karen. Stop. Thank you.
Getting back in this seat is not easy. I'm all tangled up here with extension cords.
Be safe. We don't want you falling or locking yourself in the restroom. You'll never live it down.
I'm sure
I'm
it's
looking
going to...
forward to your chat with Patrick. I really
the ephemera chat tomorrow at 8. Tomorrow at 8, come back and we'll chat about ephemera.
And the lamp sold to KC Boston for $19.
Casey who?
KC, the 2 letters KC Boston.
KC Boston.
And I'll highlight it here if you want me to, right there.
I got it. All right, Casey, don't forget to email me. I've got it. Thank you so much. And it's back to David.
And away we go. So these items will start at $30. Now, what could possibly be starting for $30? Well, it's mid-century modern California pottery from the Bell Pottery Company. and they are black bears. Let me show both. One is standing prone, one is sitting upright.
That's neat, David.
There's the Belle of California sticker on the bottom. These are these have some size to them, not gonna lie. They're great shelf pieces.
No lying, no lying.
This one prone from tip to tip is 8.5 inches, and from the top to where the shelf would sit, 5.5 inches. And the other one, and I'm being very delicate because these are, it's pottery, so I don't want to really like manhandle them. From tip to, this is 9 inches tall. The one that's sitting up is 9 inches tall and just 4 inches wide from front to the spine here. So if you have a little Starry Night where he's looking up, these are handsome shelf pieces.
Vincent Van Gogh.
The Bell Pottery Company in California. So California Pottery. And that's for the pair, not each. So you get 2 for 1 monies.
Ooh, a special.
This is not choice. This is not each. This is, you get both. Very unique. They're just 2 handsome bears.
I'm sorry, I had to get an extension cord.
No, it's fine. Scott, you do you.
Well,
we're all here. We're all having fun. He looks like a tailor. I guess we both look like tailors. We're haberdashers.
A tailor.
And I will count these down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for the Bell Pottery of California Black Bears. Are you being served? I don't know what that means.
Are you being served? I think he's referring to Mr. Humphreys or Mr. Lucas.
Oh, pass on the Bears, it looks like. Oh, Tay.
Are you free? Are you free for Scotty dogs? Now, Scotty, Terrier, you guys decide. I'm just going to say Scotty, but if you want to call it something else, call it something else. Just don't call it late for dinner. 2 for the price of 1. You get both of these for 1 money. Now, let me tell you where we're going to start, and then I'll show them to you. We're starting at $19, you Scotty dog collectors. $19. And the first thing you'll get is a lovely little wall pocket. And this is made in Japan. And this dates to the 1930s. We all know how popular the Terrier was, the generic Terrier. We all know about Fala and we know about Asta. Yeah. Now look at this little thing here. Mottos were so popular. You went out to the equivalent of the Hallmark store and you bought this type of thing. And I'm going to read it to you. It's in its original frame. And this is a Buzza, for those of you who collect Buzza. He did a lot of them. I know is it Buzza or Buzza? I never know how to pronounce it. But I'm going to read the little poem to you here that the little Scotty says. And he says, I was feeling lonesome like, sort of tired and blue, All the world had gone to smash, and nothing much to do, 'cept to sit and think a while. Then at last I knew that the world was still okay. 'Twas that I missed you. Isn't that cute? So this would have been bought as a gift in the 30s. In fact, this was given as a gift in 1935. And how do I know that? Because it says on the back, 1934, 1935, presented to Nathan Hughes from his teacher, Miriam P. Philman. Isn't that cute? Look at the back. So Miss Philman, the school teacher, gave this to her little student in 1934-35. Isn't that cute? Yes, FDR was in his, he was elected in 32, so he was still in his first term.
Right.
And this little dog was very popular. So I think it's wonderful that probably the little student saved this his entire life. Little Nathan Hughes. Isn't that cute that his teacher gave that to him? And I'm throwing this in as well.
He was probably the best kid in the class.
He probably was. Isn't that cute that his teacher, and I didn't even look any of these up. I imagine you could look up Miss Miriam P. Philman and find out where she taught. There's the old tag on the back from the Booza copyright. It's Buzza. I guess it's Buzza or Booza Company. I never really know how to pronounce it, but they did a lot of these mottos. The original hanging hook is here as well to hang that up on the wall.
Jeffrey Reed made an attempt to locate the teacher, but couldn't find anything.
Couldn't find her. Well, you know, the whole Scotty and Terrier thing, that was the dog. 20s, 30s, 40s. We even see the Scotty into the 50s. But we will go ahead and count this little collection down of these two items, and I don't know where we are, but we're somewhere in there. Okay, so here comes the warning for the countdown. I sure do wish I could see or hear what the current bid is, but
current bid is $25 with Jill M, and I just highlighted it.
Okay, David, thank you so much. And then I'll go ahead and count it down. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yes, that could have been the teacher's maiden name. We'll never know. She could have married a beau after he came back stateside from the war. We can make up all kinds of stories from that era.
Who knows?
There's Karen Williams Stop. And Tammy confirms that it sold to Jill M for $25.
Thank you, Jill M. Jill, and then the letter M.
Yeah, I have it highlighted on the screen if you'd like to.
Okay, thank you so much.
And there it goes. I have an antique. I have an antique.
You're welcome, Jill.
Cast iron letter holder. Now, I don't just throw the word antique out there because it has to be of a certain age. And this is K Diamond. I wish I could find more info. I did find where a lot of some of these sold at auction, Scott. Auction houses.
That looks
crazy. This one's in pretty good condition. It's got a little use. I mean, were they putting FedEx boxes in the middle? I don't know. This is going to start at $12. Cast iron frame with a heavy wire coil. It's got a really nice patina. K Diamond. I like the design of the feet. Very industrial. Thank you, Lily. I see you at 13. Urban Ghost Hunter. Hello, Tennessee at 15. And it's a nice industrial piece. Will it hold your 45 records? Of course it will. But y'all probably have more than 10 45s. Lily, I see you at 16. Bonnie, thank you. Bonnie is graciously thanking Tammy for the beautiful packaging she received of her items that she recently purchased. Tammy does a great job. Care in every box. And I will begin to count this down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for the K Diamond metal letter holder. And we'll wait for the stop. And Tammy's determination. I'll put it in the box because it has sold. We're just waiting to see who got it. There's Karen's stop. And Tammy says sold to Robert. Back in the day, fines, Robert. It's going to Louisiana for $26. Thank you very much.
I have two matching glass baskets. They're 9 inches tall, and they may have been made by Duncan and Miller. They kind of look like it, but different companies made these. They're not signed, and they normally aren't. But this is a matching pair. They're made in a mold. The handles are not applied. It's all molded glass. We're starting at $19. There are no chips and there are no cracks on these glass baskets. And I have been holding on to a lot of glass baskets for a while. I've sold most of them, but take a look at these. They are matching. They're not etched. I kind of like them without any etching because that enables you to put Easter candy in here and the candy becomes the star. So from the bottom to the top of the handle, they are 9 inches. And I'll let you see the base. It's beautiful clear glass. And baskets like this were made in the 30s and the 40s and the 50s and the 20s. And they've been making baskets like this forever. But my hunch is that it may be, it kind of looks like a Duncan Miller handle. And again, it's all done in a mold. And the matching baskets here are ready for your Easter table. All right, so no chips, no cracks until I accidentally bang them together. I'm not going to do that.
Choice or pair, Scott?
You get both of them.
You get both. One money is for both.
One money for 2 9-inch baskets. Put these on your Easter table and put an arrangement in there. Put candy in it. Put it on your mantle.
Put your belly jeans, as my little nephew used to say, belly jeans.
That's a better suggestion than mine. I was going to say put it on the back of the toilet and put Q-tips in it. I mean, you know, you can decorate any way that you want. Matching glass baskets, and I'm counting them down.
There's some interest, so if you bid like you mean it, make sure you're refreshed.
Get refreshed. Here comes the warning, and here comes the countdown. We're counting it down at 10. You're getting both baskets. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy Easter, somebody.
Somebody's going to have a happy one.
Somebody. I might even put a few jelly beans in there. Oh, what's going on with the screen?
What's going on with the screen?
Beats me. Is that you, David?
No, I think it's the
The moderator.
The lady in the box.
Okay.
There's a stop. I wouldn't purchase those and have them sitting on the toilet.
Sitting on the toilet. Some people may get that reference.
Some people. I know definitely Jeffrey Reed does. And there's a stop, and Tammy says the glass basket sold to Vicky Riesler, $31, and I will highlight for you.
Vicky Riesler.
It's highlighted here for your convenience. Can you see
Thank
that,
you.
Scott? Okay.
I do, and thank you. Thank you so much, Vicky.
Very good. Very good.
Very good.
Where is Proud American when you need them? If there was anything more fitting for a Proud American to purchase from me tonight, and this is starting at $15.
I jumped in so I could highlight David. We're doing it.
Okay.
I love that you're in there. We want to hear you, Tammy.
Do we though? This is starting at 15. And I think Karen's going to put that in for us. I'm not sure. A start. There we go. Thank you, Karen.
What is it?
It's an eagle. A very handsome eagle.
Ooh.
Wings a flapping, talons a snapping.
That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, is this majestic or what? This beautiful eagle stands 6 inches from the base to the tip, tall. And I'm just going to let this pan in front of the camera. As these things patina, I don't like messing with them, especially when it's brass.
I hear you.
There's the all-knowing face. Very handsome eagle. Like I said, talons ready to strike. And the base has a very nice ornate design. Thank you, Larry Riley. I see you at 16. I do not see a manufacturer's mark or a
Dave's
stamp.
asking if it's brass.
It's brass. It's heavy metal. It's brass.
Oh, heavy metal.
Can you play some AC/DC on your piano, Scott?
I can toot a little bit of it on my cornet, my silver cornet.
A little Hell's Bells.
Oh, I love Hell's Bells.
Bonita Taylor at 25. Thank you. This thing is beginning to patina. I would never, ever mess with that. Let it get green. Let it get whatever it's got to do.
I love
See
it.
Dottie 55 at 26. I'll count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. While I show all the detail. 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll wait for the stop and Tammy's determination. Nice brass shelf piece or desk piece. Just really nice. There's Karen. Stop. It's not a turkey. It's not a toiki. Okay, that looks really weird.
What looks weird?
Just the little emblem in the middle. Scott, you want to take a moment and just thank the folks that have joined us tonight?
Thank you for joining us tonight. Absolutely. I'm so glad that you came, and I hope that you find this entertaining. Am I?
There you go. And it's sold to Benita Taylor for $28. Thank you very much.
What do I do now? Do I sell
You
something?
can sell your next item.
Oh, hold on. Let me twiddle my knobs here. Something happened. Am I still there?
You're still here. I see you. You're up on the screen.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm having a moment. We are going to start at. Wait a second. Sorry, I have to get my secret white paper here. We're starting at $35 on this wonderful solid mahogany. It's 15 inches tall.
Ooh.
It is 15 inches tall and it is solid mahogany. And look at it. I have to back up and let you see how beautiful that is.
Do you know what that would go for on First Dibs?
Yes, it would go for $1,500. And Miss Elderly Poodle sent me the link. We're playing around. No, that's actually true. It's going to go for a lot cheaper here. Look at this beautiful solid mahogany. Now, I want you to see that the inside is open here. How much space do we have inside? Well, we've only got 2 inches. Okay, now, sometimes there would be a glass insert. Now, how deep does it go? You know, I don't know. I never tried. It goes, let's see how deep it goes. It goes all the way down 8 inches deep. So we have 2 inches across here, and we can go 8 inches deep into this. And there could have been a glass insert that went down in there. Hey, you might be able to find a glass insert to put in there if you want, or you can just put your peacock feathers, or I don't know, what else would you stick in there? Decorative, your eucalyptus, your dried eucalyptus leaves.
George Washington's wooden teeth.
That is another option, David, which I had not thought of. And so that is why I appreciate your contribution. Now, take a look at the bottom. It says solid. Wait a minute. It says guaranteed solid mahogany. Now, that's one of those old gummy labels and the old original felt on the bottom. But you know what? We don't need a label that says solid mahogany.
Calla lilies.
Oh, the calla lilies are in bloom, a mysterious flower appropriate for all occasions. That was a bad Katharine Hepburn. We don't
old poop.
We don't need a sticker that says solid mahogany because all we need to do is look at the grain of the wood. Now, I have not put any scratch cover on it. It is not split. It is not coming apart. It does not have, it's got the original old finish. It's even got some old crud in here. You see that? That's old nicotine and old dirt, and Granny put Johnson's wax on it and she polished it. I like old things to look old. I'm getting there myself. So I don't go and scrub and over clean. That's up to you, but I like it just like that with sort of the old crud in there, you know. Does it smell? I don't smell anything, but handsome. I would put this somewhere in for anywhere from the Edwardian period into the 1920s. And if that's your style, you got good taste. That's all I can say. I've had it for quite some time, and I used to keep eucalyptus in it and other things, and I had it on top of a Victrola, and it was very handsome. But it's time to pass it on and let it have a new life in a new home.
Beautiful.
Are there any questions? It's 15 inches tall. And
just suggestions of what to put in it, but not necessarily about the item.
Okay, if there are no questions, this beautiful solid mahogany wooden vase.
Cheryl Miller asked if it's one piece of wood, no seams.
It is 2 pieces of wood joined together. So there is one seam here. And then on the reverse side, there is another seam here. but it has not split. Boy, I'm telling you what, you keep that by the front door, anybody breaks in, they won't last long. Here comes the countdown. Are you ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. I hate to see it go. Ooh.
There's lots of interest. I'm very interested to see who ends up with this.
Well, I am literally on the edge of my seat. I shall write down whoever it is as soon as you tell me.
There's Karen Williams. Stop.
Okay.
And it looks like, well, I'll let Tammy call it.
Can I
Why
explain?
am I talking?
I can explain something while we're waiting.
Please do. Go ahead.
People said, why do you have a lamp in front of your door? That is the door to the attic. So it's a walk-up staircase behind that door, and I rarely go up into that attic right now. So I do kind of and it's not like right in front of it. You can actually open the door. But I just wanted everybody to know that, don't worry, nobody's going to walk through there and knock that lamp over unless somebody breaks into my attic. You know, from upstairs.
Well, there's your winner highlighted, Scott. Margaret Howell for $68.
Okay, Margaret, and I've got boxes coming to you.
That's a gorgeous piece.
All right, thanks, Margaret. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Margaret. And this just shows you that I can go up into the attic without knocking over my lamp.
Don't lock yourself in there.
All right, I won't. It's your turn, Dave.
This will start at $10.
I'll be right back.
Sure.
I'm listening.
This will start at $10, and it's a very, very gorgeous frame. It's all metal. It's concave. At first, I thought it was a plate when I first noticed it, because just a small, like maybe someone put a candle on here. Then I realized this frame, this backing pulls out, and you can either make it a shelf piece, a shelf frame, or you can hang it. And I'll show the metal. It's all metal, 100% metal. So that's a black painted finish. This backing comes out, and of course you can put your picture in there. And this is concave. So it has it's beautiful, beautiful frame. And I collect a few of these frames, not this in particular. I love, and this is just on my shelf, I love these old metal oval and round frames. This one doesn't have a back, but just beautiful. I just love these frames. And I'm sharing this one with you. And let me
show that detail up close.
I am. I'm going to zoom in right here.
Ooh.
And just spin it around.
Oh, black glass.
It's not. It's a metal frame.
Oh, it's a metal frame.
It's beautiful. I'm just showing the detail and that's on here, and I'll pull back.
Oh, I see.
And it can hang or sit on a shelf. And as far as the dimension, it is 6 inches wide. 6 inches wide, and I'll begin to count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one. This backing slides off, and you just pop this frame right back on.
I love it.
Someone was asking how you put the photo in there. You just pop the backing off, set your photo, and place the rim right back on top. And there's Karen's stop. This has sold, so I'll place it in the box and we'll see who it goes to. Waiting for Tam Tam. And that goes to Noel Padilla. Thank you, Noel. We're glad you made it back, Scott. There's no glass, no.
May I ask a question?
Yes.
I see Noel, and I don't know if this is the same Noel, but if it is, and you're listening, Noel, if you are the Noel who bought the Amethyst L.E. Smith plate, a bowl with the underplate, I've been on the edge of my seat waiting to make sure that got to you unbroken. If that's you and it got to you in unscathed, will you let me know? I'll sleep much better tonight.
There it is.
Now, and you can call out David or anyone in the chat who say, hey, does Noel say yes?
He said yes. Thanks. All is well.
Thank you to my good old Aldi grocery store bags. That's what I wrap my things in. Oh, I'm so glad. I am so glad it made to you safely. I was worried about that, but I put it in a good box. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate
And great.
that.
He said great packing.
Thank you. My packing ain't pretty, but I'm glad it made it to you okay. I'm very happy, and I hope that you're pleased with it. We're going to start at $29 on this antique movie camera. $29 on this thing. I have been using it as a night light, and I'm going to plug it in a minute and show you. Look at that old plug. This is an old cloth cord. I did not rewire it, but this old cord is, you decide if you buy it and you want to actually plug it in and use it as a night light. You decide whether or not you're happy with this cord. You know, it's okay for me, and but I know some folks get nervous with these old cords. So all you would need to do is pop the back off, and there's just a socket in there, and you could rewire it if you want. But that's the old cloth cord, and I'll let you see this old camera. This would be for a child. This was a toy.
Oh, perfect.
Sort of like...
I'm glad it's for a child because Tammy is bidding.
It's sort of like it's from the olden days. Now, it's all complete. Now, the reason nothing is spinning is if you actually put a movie in it, if you get the old thick cartoons that they made and put it in here, what you would need to do is make yourself, out of a rubber band, you need a gasket. I'm sorry, not a gasket, but you need a belt. This is the flywheel here, which is really heavy. But a belt would attach from here to here so that when you turn the crank, this will spin. That's the reason why it's not spinning, is I just don't have a belt from here to here. So if you wanted to do that, you could. But otherwise...
Quickly, may I interrupt?
You may.
Just quickly, Karen, we're going to ask that D call the winner since Tammy is bidding, just to be fair.
That's right. No nepotism here. All right. So now this thing all comes apart. It's easy to ship. That comes right out. So I can pull this off. And this is exactly how that slides in there. Now watch me not be able to get it back in.
Thank you, D.
This will come off as well. All I need to do is pull that right out of there so I can break it all down for shipment. And let me put that back in there. And I'll show you how cute it is when you actually take it and you plug it in. I did go and get myself an extension cord. Hold on. Any moment now, the lights are going to go out in this 1925 bungalow. No, I did have the whole place rewired.
No, you had it rewired. Yeah,
I did. No more new knob and tube wiring. So I have plugged it in. And you see it lit up in there. Do you see that? You can't really get the effect, but you can see I have a little light bulb in there, and it's
That's so cool.
So it's all lit up. And what's really neat is you could put this, if you like old timey things, you could use it as a little TV lamp. I used to keep it on a bookshelf, and I would let that little sort of just that little night light shine. You could put any kind of light bulb in there that you want. But this would actually, you know, it would project like a magic lantern onto a screen, and the child would crank it. And of course, this would spin with the belt, if you had the belt attached, and the little movie would play. How exciting this would be. Can you imagine circa 1930 for a child to get this and to be able to show their own movies on a white sheet, maybe that they put it up on the wall? We can hardly imagine today, with all the technology that we have, how exciting this would have been at that time. It's all made of metal. It's all complete. I don't feel that it's missing anything except that little belt there to turn the movie camera. And, you know, you can go out and find these old movies. I don't know what millimeter they are, but I've seen them. You probably have too. They're really thick. They almost look like the old film strips, remember, from elementary school?
Carol, parents suggesting that maybe an old sewing machine belt might work, but there are a lot of hobbyist shops that still have these belts.
Well, you would have to get one that is the right size.
Correct.
For the right tension. I would suggest different size rubber bands put on here, because you need the right tension. That's a good suggestion, but you need the right tension from here to here. Yeah. And so, you know, it's something that could be done if you wanted to make it work again. I guess I could have done it, tried to do it, but let me unplug it. Thank you for the suggestion of the sewing machine belt.
You never know.
It might be thick enough or thin enough. We'll count this little movie camera down. I don't know where we are, but here comes the warning, and here comes the countdown. And I'm counting it down at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Coming to a theater near you. Now, where am I going to put it?
Oh, thank you, Karen.
Thank you, Karen.
Karen has to stop.
Okay.
And D has the soul to Melinda Malazzo at $45.
Melinda
Malazzo. Tammy missed it by this much.
Oh, well, sorry, Tammy. Thank you, Melinda. Don't forget Melinda, Margaret, Vicky, Jill, KC, Rob, Elderly, and Timeless. Make sure you send me your information. You don't have to do it tonight, but my email address is oldcuriositysshop99@gmail.com, and I think you guys know what to send. We'll review that at the end. It's in there somewhere. Thank you, Jeffrey, for putting that in there. Thank you so much, everyone. We still have, I still have 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 more items.
I know we said 10, but you said bring extra just in case. And I wanted a good mix.
Okay.
So I actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll just see if people start leaving because it's getting too late, then by all means do so if you'd like to. But this next item, we don't want to keep anyone. This next item is starting at $12. Starting at $12. Yes, hit the thumbs up, please. Very much appreciated. And it's good old USA Pottery.
Ooh.
And it's 6 inches tall. This would look nice on a little shelf. with a nice bouquet in there. It's that minty green, and there's no crazing on here. And absolutely no cracks. There is a teeny tiny, I mean, flea bite, and it is just inside the rim, right? I mean, right over that little dot where the manufacturer, the molding, it is on the white line. I mean, it is tiny right there. Teeny tiny. But there's no crazing. And it's that beautiful mint green. Oops. Let's put USA upright, shall we? Scott, did you happen to see the NASA papers we sold at one of our sales?
I did not.
From the Johnson Space Center?
No, I missed it.
From the first shuttle mission, the flight plan was in there. A copy of the flight plans from the first shuttle mission.
Oh, I missed that.
It was ephemera. It was really cool. But we have another item coming up with that sale from another interesting project that took place in the Caribbean that was sponsored by NASA and the Department of Defense. Well, I'll preview that one later if we get to a chat. And I will count this down. Like I said, this is 6 inches tall. And 10, 9. I don't know if it's Hall. Usually Hall, Scott, am I right, would say Hall? Maybe not necessarily. Hall pottery?
I don't think it's Hall or Hull. H-A-L.
H-A-L-L.
I don't think it's H-A-L-L or H-U-L-L.
No.
But a lot of people are asking you, is it blue or green? David says
green.
It's mint green.
It's that minty green.
Gotcha. Yep.
It's that 50s or super early 60s minty green. It's not blue. It's the green.
Yeah. Trust me.
What was I?
It looks
7,
different.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sandra Fish, good night. She's calling in tonight. Thank you for joining us, Sandra. We really appreciate it.
Sandra, thank you for coming. We're so glad that you did.
There's Karen Stop. Thank you again.
No, it's not blue. It's green.
It's green. It's that minty green.
Minty green, like chocolate chip mint?
Yes. I've been reading from this Dean Six book on mid-century modern glass since Tammy loves it so much.
Well, that's nice.
And Lily Buchanan at $16. Thank you very much, Lily. Ooh, it is time.
This measures about 15 inches across, and it measures about 3 inches tall. This is a brass plate, decorative brass plate, and I'm going to start the bidding at $29. $29 on this. No one has ever engraved anything on it, and I don't know. This must have come off of a door. Now, we can all guess. But it's really hard to say. Sometimes this was you would push the door open. It could have been mounted that way. It could have been mounted that way. It's got 4 holes here for the 4 screws. 1 screw, 2 screw, 3 and 4. Yeah. Look at how beautiful that is. There's no foundry mark on it. But all I see is this engraved in the back, just a number, Foundry, I don't know. Wouldn't this look wonderful on someone's front door? And you could even take this. I think it would not be a travesty to take it to a trophy shop and actually have, you know, John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, if that happens to be your name, engraved on the front of it, right? Or Gloria Clapsaddle. And you could put this on your front door. I suppose you could put on there.
IP freely.
You could. I was going to say, this could be, you could put this on the door to your water closet. So you could do, and you could do all kinds, but look at how beautiful the brass is and look at the detail. Now, I am not getting any type of a feeling that this was made in India, you know, 5 years ago. This is, I feel this is old because of the detail, but you know what? I could be wrong. It's just a feeling that I get that it's an antique piece. I'd be curious to know what you guys think. But it really would be nice on someone's door. And again, if you want to put it this way so that it's a push plate for the door, what would you do with it, David?
I think maybe an address number for me.
Oh, yeah. Right here?
Yes. And that idea brought to us by Patricia Wishon.
Well, I suppose someone thinks that they would put it on their casket.
Maybe so. That must be that must be Margot in Nevada. Vintage Peep Show a go-go.
I would hate to bury anything as beautiful as this, but you know what? If you want that on your casket. All right. If there are no questions, I think I've described it as much as I can. Each end is a different design. That's right. Each end is a different design if you look really closely at it. That
And
end.
Melody Southern Buckeye is interested at $30.
Yeah. All right. I love the thing, and I don't know what you'll do with it, but it is yours to do with it, anything you choose. So we'll go ahead and we'll count it down. You ready, everybody? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Okay, that's it.
Okay, we will wait for the stop. Thank you, Karen, for the stop, and we'll wait for Tammy to reveal who won that.
Someone in the chat mentioned a casket. I didn't think of that. I don't know how far back it went, but
There's Tammy Soul, Noel Padilla at $51.
Noel at 51.
Correct. There was a higher bid, but it was after the stop.
I got
So
it.
just
Okay.
a reminder to refresh often so that your lag catches up,
Thank you, Noel.
which I have done
that.
4 or 5 times already.
Yeah, I have too. Okay, thank you.
And I know we have some items. Now, Scott,
Yes.
would it be Vintage Uprising Texas if we didn't have a fairy lamp to sell? Would that be what I would call on brand?
Say it with me, because
Let's let the kids say it.
Let the kids say it.
Because every show needs a fairy lamp.
Here we are.
I love it. I didn't
This
hear
is going to
them.
start. We're going to start
Yes.
this at every show needs a fairy lamp.
Every show needs a fairy
We're
lamp.
going to start this at $15
The
for
amber.
this beautiful piece of glass.
I love amber.
It is amber. I think this light will shine on, please, on, and go white.
That's warm and inviting.
Warm and inviting. This is Indiana Glass Company, Stars and Bars. Old, tried and true. Because every soul needs a fairy lamp. No chips or cracks on the top. Full disclosure, the tiniest, and we had to really, and I put the sticker here so I could find it. Oh, if I can show that, if you can see this. On the inside, right here, is the tiniest of flea bite. The tiniest. And you have to really run your fingertip on there to find it. Just on the inside. And you really can't see it. That's how small it is, but you can feel it. The rest, beautiful amber. Glass back in. Light back in. Every cell needs a fairy lamp.
Yes, indeed.
Beautiful amber. Nice, sturdy glass. And let me get back to where I can see the conversation.
That's pretty.
I can't even tell if there's any action on this. Oh, there it is. Comments. I'm just trying to.
I guess so.
This thing. Yeah, you can use it for your glass eyeballs if you want. And actually, if your glass eyeball is small enough, you can just roll it right out the top. It'll just plop right out. But be careful not to drop the top. I know your interest would not be in locating and buying fairy lamps. You know, it's amazing, Scott. Tammy and I find so many vendors that sell two oddball pieces of glass and they belong to a fairy lamp. So they'll have the base like at $2 and then the top at described as a piece of glass with two holes in it for $2. And they have no idea what it is. And we go, okay, we'll buy both.
Oh, because
these two go together.
Absolutely.
And we're constantly educating people that are selling this to us. And I will count this down: 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, put your false eyelashes in there, or your eyelids, or use your human eyes. Use your human eyes to see this beautiful piece of glass. We'll wait for the stop and also for Tammy to determine who gets the Indiana Glass Company Star and Bar.
Poodle, while we're waiting.
Thank you, Karen. Go ahead. Go ahead. While we're waiting.
Oh, Poodle said she was obsessed with glass eyeballs. I've got to find it. It's around here somewhere. My great-grandfather had, on my father's side, had a glass eye. I don't have one of his glass eyeballs, but I've got the little jeweler's case that the eyeball came in, and the tag in the top that talks about if you lose this eye or if this eye is damaged, go to so-and-so jewelry store in Scranton and you can get another one. And it's in a little sort of 1940s. I have to find that. I have to find it. Now, why did my grandmother save that? My grandmother saved bizarre things.
Well,
what?
Karen K got the fairy lamp. Thank you, Karen.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
No, it's a true story. I mean, the man was buried with his glass eye, but why would my grandmother save the little plastic jewelry box that the eyeball came in?
Nostalgia.
Well, I'll be first to admit she had a weird sense of nostalgia.
Bonnie Abrams states that she used to have a patient, and I'll highlight it, that we would have to document how many times we cleaned his glass eye.
Woo! How do you clean a glass eye?
Windex.
Good answer. I have a swing frame. Why is it called a swing frame? Because it swings. Now, these did not have mirrors in them. These were used as picture frames, and they were the rage in the 1930s, 20s into the 30s. This one measures 7.5 by 5.5. Yeah? Okay, 7.5 by 5.5. I have several of these swing frames. In fact, I've got a couple of them in the bookcase behind me there with relatives. But I'm going to sell this one, and we're going to start the bidding at $19. This one is in excellent condition, and it dates to 1930. And I'm going to tell you how I know it dates to 1930. Okay, it is $19. We're starting. Look at the top. This is the original paint. This is wood with gesso over it. Yeah. Okay. Look at the base. This is a beautiful one. Now you'll find these swing frames were very popular in those days, and I love the old original color on this. Try to get it up close to where you can really see it. Are you able to see that? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, we can absolutely see the detail.
Yeah, okay, so all original there. Now, if it swings too much for you, you just tighten the screws here, and it'll tighten up the swing.
Bonnie, absolutely. A picture of Sean Cassidy would look nice in there.
Nice old felt on the bottom.
Or Scott Baio.
Or Scott from the old Curiosity Shop.
Hey.
Look at the base on it. Now, how do I know it's from 1930? When I turn it around, I'm going to do a Bonnie Tyler and turn around.
No, you're not.
When I do that, I couldn't help it.
Turn around.
Let me read what it says right here. It says ever ready photo frame. Of course, there it says 6 by 8.
You have to do it in your 30s voice. 30s radio voice.
Oh, I have to do like a 30s announcer, like Harlow Wilcox on Fibber, McGee, and Molly.
There you go. The Everlady photo frame.
I'll let you handle that. It says creators, framed pictures, and then someone, look, up at the top. I want you to look closely. David, can you see what that says?
Ooh. 1930. I cannot read what the scribe says, though.
Well, it says Xmas of 1930.
Ah, Xmas.
This was given to someone as a Christmas gift in 1930, and they wrote at the top Xmas 1930. So we are knocking.
I want to give you this swing frame. See? You're going to get this nice swing frame.
That's
and I get it from the whole family. See?
That's it. And this is just, I think it's a wonderful example. And so we're just going to, I'll let you see here. I'm going to put it, well, I guess you can't see it, but hold on one moment. I'm going to go in here.
He's reaching into one of the old curiosity cabinets.
I am in my cabinet of curiosities to show you that I have a photograph of my grandfather, and here he is in a swing frame, and I have so I use these as well, and this dates, well, I guess you can't really see it, but so you can, if your picture is smaller, you can put a mat in it, which you could all figure that out.
Beautiful. That's a handsome man.
I will put him right there. We won't mess with that. And we'll count this lovely old swing frame down. Get your bids in. Here we go. Are you ready? And we're counting it down. Here comes the warning. And we are counting it down at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swing frame.
Getting hot and heavy. There's a lot of interest. There's the stop. Let's wait for Tam Tam.
I love old frames. I have a thing for old frames and old lamps. And
Speaking of old frames, different contexts, didn't you get new glasses?
I can't find them.
Oh,
Well, no, they were cheap. Like I paid $9.99. They were like cheap old man can't read glasses
uh-huh.
that you get at the drugstore. And I don't know. I've already lost them. Telling you what, I'm in and out.
Okay, Tammy says Pam Avery for $48.
All right, Pam Avery at $48. Thank you, Pam. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. That was officially my last item. I've got two.
Go ahead.
Your turn.
No, what were you going to say?
Well, we both agreed to sell 10, and I brought 2 extras that we'll see if anybody wants us to sell the extras. But have you sold your 10?
No, I have one. Let me just start this and see how it goes. And if it doesn't sell, then oh well. I have this nice pair of bookends for myself.
Ooh.
And this is going to start, and this is not for the faint of heart. These are going to start from 1968 from Blenko glass. Let's roll the time to 1968. This is starting at where are my notes? Here we go. 1968, 7 inches. These start at $60. What could they be? Well, Blenko is popular. It's hand-blown, handmade art glass.
Yeah. West Virginia.
Matter of fact, Dean Six, whose book I'm reading now on mid-century modern glass, has been the vice president there for like forever. But who doesn't love owls?
Wow. Who
doesn't love owls? Now, they used the hand foil Blenko stamp for a long period of time, and then honestly up until 1986. But this pattern was introduced in 68, and they only made 4 colors: green, blue, amber, and clear. And I love this ice-looking piece of glass. Blenko has gorgeous colors, but to me, they're for bookends. I love the clear glass. And I have another pair that I have. I showed you a video a few months ago of that lamp that I purchased, and I was playing that music from West Side Story.
Mm-hmm.
And I showed those Blenko bookends with those collectible books that I have. And I love those iceberg looking glass, but
I do too.
Just love the detail. You can see some captured air bubbles in there. I say 7 inches. Now, you know, Blenko, everything is handmade.
Yeah.
So Blenko is always perfect in their imperfection. These sold as a pair. And let me show you the top. I'm going to even out the bottoms. And if you notice, one's slightly higher than the other.
Yeah.
And that's typical Blenko because they didn't mold anything. Were these faces pressed? Yes. But this glass was hand molded.
Mm-hmm.
So as y'all know, storied Blenko, everything is, it's true art glass. And I will count it down. I don't know if there's interest or not because I've just been yapping away because I just love Blenko. I love my water bases. Of course, Tammy has collections of everything. I do. I have my black glass. Right behind me is the lovely trophy vase, Ellie Smith, you gave me the little loving cup design.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. I have it displayed. So I love my amethyst glass, but I also love my Blenko water pitchers that I have from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. And you can date them by the color.
Yeah.
They can all be dated by the color line because they don't manufacture every color every year. And I will count these down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll see what they say.
I don't know. I'm looking to see if you got any interest.
Well, Karen had a start at 60, so I don't think anyone was interested. So that's fine. There's a stop. I don't think there was any interest. Yeah. Okay.
Wait and see. Any bids?
No bids, I don't think. I'm scrolling up, but I'm not the official. Pass on the Blenko owls. There's Tam. Okay.
So are
That's
we
a
allowed?
hard pass.
Are we? We did really well. Now it is about 10 of 11. So we did 20 items, just under 2 hours. Do you think we have time to do? Should we tempt them with like maybe 2 more surprises?
I will go with one more.
Okay, I'll go with 2 more.
Okay. Why don't you do yours 2 in a row?
Are you sure?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, if you're certain, I'm going to start at $30 on this Art Deco piece, which is not easy to find. If you like your blue mirrored glass from the 1930s, it's a bud vase or a long stem rose vase. David, have you seen this before?
I've never seen that before. I'm going to grab something, though.
Go grab. I've never seen this thing before. And I have a thing for Art Deco blue mirrored glass, which I won't go into now. But this is to hang on the wall, and it is 10 inches tall. It's 10 inches tall. There is one sort of flake of a chip right there. Can you see that? I think you can see that right there. A flake of a chip. This is frosted. This tube is frosted. Frosted, and it comes out of there, but right now it's being a poopy head and it doesn't want to come out of there. And I've had it out of here. Isn't that terrible? Now while I'm on film, it's being difficult with me and it does not want to. All right, I'm not going to force it at the moment. This frosted glass tube slides out of there. I have to twist it. And I promise you it comes out. It's just that at the moment, it's giving me, you know, this, of course, is what you get when you're doing something live, right? Okay.
It's like the baby crying in church.
Yeah, I'm going to be able to get it out of there, but I don't want to. Okay, there it comes. I'm not sure why that was so difficult, but it's out now. So here are the 2 metal hoops that hold it in. That's the old hook on the back. Now this is going to go back. These were popular in the 30s and 40s. This is the frosted tube here. So there might have been 2 of these at one time. You can put water in there and put a long stem rose or whatever flower that you want. The blue mirrored backing is pretty good on this. You always get some. I've never seen any blue mirrored glass that's perfect. There's always some deterioration to the silvering on the back. That just seems to happen with these old pieces.
Well, people move around. They change the clock or the item from room to room.
It just happens. A lot of you may remember, especially in Catholic homes, you would find Mary and Jesus in silver, and they would be on blue mirrored glass. Who remembers that in homes? I know some of you must remember that. So this, again, I'm going to slide the tube back down in there like that. and it just hangs on the wall. It's very deco, very 30s. And once again, just like you, David, I don't know if we have any bids or not. I started us out at 30, and this is the warning. I'm going to go ahead and count it down. And we're going to count it down at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I've got one more thing to show you. Wait a minute. Oh, yes, I do. Okay. Oh, I have one more item. This item also starts at 30. And it
Okay,
is
hold on. Before, I think Elderly Poodle wants that item. Maybe not the phone. I think it's the just one more thing, Columbo. Thank you, Karen K.
Hello, this is Stanley from New Jersey Bell calling to let you know you didn't pay your bill. We're going to turn your telephone off. What happened?
I think Elderly Poodle will take that for 30. Your blue glass.
Should I wait for you to confirm that?
I think so, yeah. Tammy confirms.
All right. Poodle at 30 on the blue glass?
Yes. And let me show you this. This is coming to you.
Oh, that's right. We're gonna do. Oh, that's right. When I see you, I can't. I love it. That is almost in. That looks like it's in perfect condition, David.
I made the dial smile for you. The hands are smiling.
I know you put the hands. That is so sweet. That's gonna go up here. You can't see it. I might turn the camera in a minute and show you up here, the blue glass mirror that I've got. Let me write that. I'm sorry. That was Poodle at 30?
Elderly Poodle at 30. It's highlighted for you.
Okay. I see it. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. The telephone starts at $30. Does it work? I don't know. Is it American made? No. You guys can look this up on the internet. It is an
Scott selling telephone at 30. Take two.
It's an Ericsson telephone, Erikson. It's either Swedish or Sweden, Finland, Norway. It's some Scandinavian. You guys can look it up. But it says back here Ericsson, so it's not an American telephone. I would not buy this thinking that you're going to get it to work. Nobody uses landlines anyway, except like me and like two other people. But you're buying it for the decoration. Hang it in your kitchen.
Joan Plavier is serenading us with Pennsylvania 65000.
Oh yes, Pennsylvania 65000. That's right. Did I tell you what we're starting at on this telephone?
$30.
$30. Hang it in your kitchen, and you
We
can
have
walk
Crazy
by
K at 30.
and you get this wonderful. Let's all enjoy that sound for a minute. I'm old enough, believe it or not, to remember that sound.
Dial M, Scott.
Oh, dial M for murder.
Ooh.
I'm going to dial my childhood telephone number. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I remember my childhood. I remember my telephone number, my grandparents, and my aunt and uncle. I'm going to dial mine right now. Oh, come on. Come on, pick up. What are you, on the toilet? Come on. Doggone it. Remember when we had no answering machines, and if they weren't home, they just didn't answer. Anyway.
Or if they didn't want to answer, they left the hook off, and all you got was a busy tone.
It's not made of plastic. It is a hard plastic. I'm sorry. It's not made of metal. The back is metal. This is a hard plastic. If you want to say that it's Bakelite, you can say that. If it's some other type of plastic, it's some other type of plastic. But anyway, very 1950s, Swedish, modern, Scandinavian. Did anybody look up Ericsson? Definitely a telephone that comes from somewhere overseas.
Jenny's number 8675309. Thank you, Tammy, for that one.
Remember how heavy these were? And it says Ericsson on the handset. Yeah. I remember one that we had was, at one time you didn't own your own telephones. You had to rent them from the Bell, New Jersey Bell. Anyway, it's good and heavy. It's really neat. And we're going to count it down. Are you ready? Are there any questions? Hello? You know, I never understood in the movies when they couldn't get somebody and they did this. I mean, I guess they're doing that to try to get the operator when there was a live operator. Maybe
they were between genre and they just started to try to send Morse code.
I think so. Wow. Is this the person to whom I'm speaking? 10, 9, 8.
Oh, you should have dialed the countdown.
7, 6. Did anybody bid on this thing?
Yes.
5. I will dial the countdown.
There you
4,
go.
3.
Closer.
2. 1. That's it. That's it.
Oh, Patty, you need to refresh.
Hello, this is your next door neighbor. Can you tell me what's going on over there? What happened? Refresh what?
We had a high bid of 40 that I saw earlier, and Patty came in with 36.
Oh.
Minutes later. So Melody says you had to pay extra for a color phone.
Yeah.
You had to pay extra for a color phone since you had to rent them.
Well, like Henry Ford said, you can get a Model T in any color you want as long as it's black. And he did say that.
And it looks like Margot at Vintage Peep Show A Go-Go will collect her phone for $40. And that's highlighted for you.
Margot Peep Show.
Vintage Peep Show A Go-Go.
A go. I thank you, Peep Show A Go-Go. I thank you kindly. And I am sold out for the evening. I don't think I have anything else. It's your turn, David.
I have one more item, and this is going to start at $12. And it is Architectural Digest.
Oh.
And this is from 1961.
Oh, 1961.
1961. One issue of Architectural Digest. And it has what you would, well, you know, they used to highlight homes. And let me get to a few pictures. 61, so we can imagine mid-century modern. Look at those giant lamps.
Oh, I love me some giant lamps.
I can imagine that's a low-profile teak coffee table. You're welcome, Margot. You're going to love that phone. You can install it in your vehicle. Look at the wall decor on this, Scott. This used to be a dining area. Look at the Japanese symbolism on the wall there.
Oh, I love it. Look what they paint. They painted that on the wall with the
mural on the wall.
Yeah, that is neat.
And I love how they attribute a lot of the interior to not only the designers, but the manufacturers. For instance, the panels by Emil Norman. Look at the panels in the background. Now you're looking at the wall decor and the shelf pieces, but look all the way in the back room at that desk, at that wall panel.
I see it.
And they attribute the design to Emil Norman of Big Sur. So they let you know who designed these. And these living rooms were huge.
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of these are Southern California. Let me find a really, how many reallys can I say? The big
Big show
console.
for you tonight.
Sorry?
I was imitating. Good grief! I forgot his name. We have a really big show for you tonight. You know. Oh my word!
A really big show.
It doesn't matter. No, not Ed Sullivan. Yeah, Ed Sullivan.
Ed Sullivan, yeah.
Anyway, sell your thing.
Let me show that office.
Don't pay any attention to me.
Yeah, we got answers from our group. Ed Sullivan. They got it right. And the advertising in the back is just, I mean, what can I say? This is 1961. Rocket ships and Green. This advertisement by Green and Hinkle. Let me show the rocket ship. And I'll count this down for this issue of Architectural Digest. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll let our moderators. I see the stop from Karen.
I think you sold it, David.
And yeah, I saw interest. That's waiting to see who's the official. Ed Sullivan. Did Tammy fall asleep? I'm wondering.
Wake up, Tammy.
Magazine sold to Benita Taylor, $18. Thank you very much, Benita Taylor. That's it for me.
David, you want to bring the bears back up? I think Larry Riley might be interested. He was commenting.
I will.
So you want to ask again? That's the only thing that didn't sell, right?
Or the Blenko owls.
Oh, the Blenko owls.
Bye, Funky Monkey. I just want to say Funky Monkey.
You do that while I enjoy a roll of Easter Smarties.
So these are the two bears, one like sitting, one that stands prone. And this is from the Bell Pottery Company of California. Bell of California. The glaze is a matte. It has some shine because of a light, but it's not a shiny glaze. It's a matte glaze. Very nice black bears. Let me show their faces if I can get them in the camera. No issues on the glaze. No chips. Just two nice pieces of pottery. So if you're interested, let me know. And the other items just to show was the Blenko glass bookends. Size, please. Sorry, Larry. The one standing is, I believe this was 9 inches. This one stands 9 inches tall. And I believe the one that is on all four legs is from nose tip to tail 8 1/4.
Put them next to your head so they can see.
Oh, wow. Next to my head? Will do. You get both. You get the pair for $30. So we'll count it down. 3, 2, 1.
Three,
I see.
one.
Well, Larry wanted to see it, and he's putting in his purchase for $30 for the Bears. So those are yours, Larry Riley. And no interest in the Blenko, right, Tammy? The Blenko. But thank
No,
you,
I don't think
everyone.
so.
Let me. Well, we have Tammy in the middle.
I got to keep these two separated, you two guys.
Oh no. Well, Scott, I hope you had fun tonight.
I had Wang Chung tonight.
Everybody has fun. Everybody Wang Chung tonight. I
get
always
it.
say that joke. No one ever gets it.
Oh, the 80s people get it. And I am so glad that everyone was able to join us this evening with us on our little program. I'm trying to get my lighting just there. I don't need quite as much light right now, I don't think. Now that the selling is finished. Thank you everyone for joining us. It was a lot of fun to have you come and be a part of this live sale. I think that David and Tammy will be back on Wednesday night.
Wednesday night.
You want to plug that?
Wednesday night, Tammy and I will have our sale as usual, and beginning at 6 p.m. Central Time. Wednesday's a busy night, but please join us. Very interesting items, very eclectic. We're all over the map. It could be 50s, 60s, 70s, early 80s, some kitsch. If Tammy's involved, there's kitsch involved. Maybe a little items that came from Mrs. Brady. Who knows? But always a fun time.
And that's at what time, David?
Beginning at 6 p.m. Central.
That's Wednesday night.
Wednesday night.
Well, I hope you'll join me on my channel tomorrow night at 8 p.m. when I'll be joined by Patrick, the trusty huckster. And we're going to do a chit-chat ephemera show and tell. That's at 8 o'clock tomorrow night on the old Curiosity Shop channel. And then I am going to see the Vintage Vinny, who has recuperated, and I'm going to be heading in his direction, and we are going shopping. Vinny, don't you dare go shopping before I get there and clear out the thrift shops. We're going to go shopping on Thursday. We may go live Thursday night. Don't know about that, but we'll definitely be live Friday night at 8 p.m. for a show and tell chit chat. And then Saturday night, at 8 p.m. as well for a live sale. That's right, the Vintage Vinny and me together Saturday night at 8 p.m. for a live sale. He normally goes live at 6 o'clock, but he's going to go on a couple hours later, and we're going to sell together. We would love to have you join us in the chat. You can bid.
Will he have a button up and a tie? That's what I'm wondering.
I'm trying, David. I'm trying. It's not easy to get him out of his Crocs and t-shirt.
Bless Vinny. Vinny's Vinny, and I'm happy for that.
Vinny can dress however he would like, as long as he's got clothing on. That's all I care about.
Tammy is plugging some other shows here.
Plug, Tammy, plug.
Tammy's going to be on Wednesday at 1 p.m. Central with Martha.
Oh.
From Vintage Conversation. And then, of course, our sale, 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Central Wednesday. And then Tammy's having a midnight margaritas with Martha. What day is that, Tam? Wow, 10 p.m. Midnight margaritas. Wow.
Why do midnight margaritas start at 10 p.m.?
Yeah, that's going to be a late one. Tammy's
they-
reaching back to her old days where she would go 8 hours all night.
So they go until midnight. Wow.
It was like a Saturday. Yeah.
All right.
I want to thank Karen Williams for moderating.
Round of applause.
Tammy, and for calling the stops and starts. Tammy for announcing who won. D for helping Tammy out while Tammy unsuccessfully bid for a camera. Tear. One less camera in our old homestead here. That's Saturday. The midnight margaritas is Saturday. Thank you all for joining us. We really appreciate it. Thanks to the community, wonderful community. We thank you, and we can't see you enough. Be sure to support these small businesses. We thank you for that. Make sure you subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and support all the others in this community. We really appreciate you. Scott, any last comments or words or thank yous?
I will say thank you so much. It has been a joy. Thank you, everyone who placed bids and who just joined us in the chat. We appreciate that as well. Don't forget to contact us at our respective emails. I won't really be doing anything until tomorrow morning, but I'll get my invoices out tomorrow morning.
And no, this is not a clip-on. I tied it myself.
And this is not from the 1980s. This is an actual 1940s silk tie. Remember, a lot of the ties in the 1980s sort of look a little like the old-fashioned, but this is an old silk. When you look at the back, they didn't make them like this in the 80s.
No.
That's an old, no. See how fat that is? That's an old original 1940s silk tie, and this is an old vest as well. And right now, actually, it's past my bedtime. Oh my word! Look, been talking all night. It's 8:15 in the morning, so I need to go to bed, you guys.
Thank you all.
Thanks for joining the two old men. I speak for myself, but he ain't that far behind me.
I'm not that far behind. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone, and toodles. We'll see you. So long.
Bye-bye.
Bye.